We are Magic Beans and we are here to talk about security on AWS. When it comes to AWS security, it's crucial to understand the distinction between an EAM role and EAM user. An EAM role is a security entity used to delegate permissions to different services or resources within AWS. What sets it apart from a YAM user is how it authenticates with the AWS services. An AYAM role uses an access key and secret key pair for authentication similar to AYAM user. However, unlike an AYAM user, the access key and secret key associated with an AYAM role are short-lived, automatically rotated. This means you don't need to worry about managing these keys as AWS takes care of their rotation automatically, greatly enhancing security. To assign an EAM role, you can do so directly to AWS instance, Fargate tasks and services, Lambda functions, and other AWS compute services were supported. When you use an AWS SDK in application code running in this compute environment, the SDK will automatically use the AYAM role keeper. This eliminates the need to store or manage the key manually, significantly reducing the risk of unauthorized use. In summary, utilizing ARM role instead of ARM user provides an additional layer of security by ensuring access key and short-lived and automatically routed, simplifying management and reducing the risk of inadvertent security breaches. So let's start with this hands-off lab about how to create a role for EC2 instance, for example. To do that, we need to go to EM. We need to select roles. We need to create a role. We need to select AWS services and EC2. Now we select next and we look for Amazon S3 read-only access. We can press next. We can put a name, like for example, to S3 read access. We can see here the trust policy, and we create it. Perfect. Now we go to the EC2 services. We don't have any instance, so I will create an instance, and after that we can continue. Wait for it. So now we need to go to EC2 services. We click on instance. We click on launch instances. We put a name like security AM. We can select the Amazon Linux AWS, the T2.micro, and important thing here is in advancing details to look for directory, and here we select the role we just created. Now we are ready to launch it. We need to create a new pair name. We create pair and we save it. We are ready now to launch. It's going to take a few seconds, and yes, it's working now. We go to the instance console, we press refresh, and we see that it's pending the instance state. It's already running, so we click on the instance ID, we go to actions, security, modify AM role. This is another way to change once the launch. We can select another one. So doing this, we have learned how to attach or create a EC2 instance with an AM role. This is an important thing because since I explained before, the EAM roles are very important as security AWS. So we are now going to prevent public access to private S3 buckets. This is another level of protect your data. As we know, S3 buckets are used to store various static file objects and other data. In fact, by default, only the root user of the AWS account and the AM principal, if it uses it, have permissions to read and write to Amazon S3 bucket created by that principal. In addition, AM principals are guaranteed access using identity-based policies, and access condition can be enforced using a bucket policy. Bucket policies can be authorized that grant access to the bucket to the general public bucket. So we are going to turn on S3 block public access at the account level and turn on the S3 block public access at the bucket level. We will start with the turn on S3 public access at the account level. So we need to go to S3. And click on block public access setting for this account. We need to edit and click to block all public access. save change. We need to put confirm. We save it and perfect. We already do it. Now, turning on S3 block public access at the bucket level, we need to go to the S3 bucket. And for example, we have this one I already created. And we go to permissions. And we look for block public access, and this is the same thing we already saw, but edit time for a specific bucket. Again, save the change. Again, if we didn't do in this section. So doing this, we blocked all public access to our S3 bucket to prevent public access due to misconfigurations. Another security services we can use in AWS is using ephemeral secrets or secrets management services. Application secrets consist largely of credentials such as key pairs, access token, digital certifications, and username and password combination that the application use that runtime gain access to other services independent upon such a database. So we can use secrets manager as AWS System Managed Parameter Store and AWS Secret Manager. Secrets are an individual key value per string base, short in overlength, and access frequently can be stored in System Manager Parameter Store. In fact, Parameter Store is free for secrets and other non-secrets parameters under 4 KB. And secrets that are stored on document of multiple related key value pairs are larger than 4 KB can be stored in secret managers. So we are seeing how store and retrieve secrets in parameter store in manage secret manager, and how we can configure automate secret rotation in manager and protect your secret store. To do that, we need to go to system manager parameter store. But before, we need to create a encryption key using KMS, key management services. Once we are here, we need to create a key. We need to select asymmetric. Next, the alias will be security. Next. We can select the AM user and roles that can administer the KMS. So for example, this, this, this. We finish. And we have here our customer manager key. Now we need to create a parameter using parameter store. We'll create a parameter which is standard and string, and we now select the security string, and we choose the one we created before, the security. Now we can create the parameter, the value, this is the value we want to save. We already create this parameter. Now we need to learn how to rotate and modify our parameters. So it's a good practice to rotate your keys regularly. The key rotation allows you to minimize the exposure to such an attacker. You can upload your parameter selecting parameter and clicking on edit like this. And for example, if we change it, we can have change the value. So we create a KMS encryption key. We create a parameter on System Manager parameter store, and how to retrieve a parameter and rotate or modify the parameters. Now we are going to Secret Managers. We will store a new secret. We will choose other type of secret. We put password. And for example, We put a secret name. We put next. Next and store. If we refresh, we can see details about our secret we already created. And here, for example, we are the option of retrieve secret value and see what we put. We all we can all rotation, but we have disabled. We can automatic rotation and save it also. In fact, it's a best practice restrict access to Secret Manager and monitor our secrets. And configuring secret rotations, it's also used for every ads, every DS, document DB, Redshift, or any type of secret. So we create a new secret on Secret Manager and learn how to retrieve your secret using the console and how configure secret rotation. Thanks for watching.